Yo, what's going on guys? HyperX here, and today I want to talk Batman, with the new Batman movie releasing very shortly, and of course from the people that have seen it so far, they're saying great things about it. I want to put together a list of the best Batman games of all time, or some of the best Batman games of all time. In fact, for a long time, Batman games were not that great. Let's be honest, they basically lived in the same grim place that movie tie-in games did. But thankfully, the future has changed, and with Gotham Knights and the Suicide Squad on the not so near horizon, it might be worth revisiting a few classics if you want to scratch that itch. So if you guys do enjoy this video, a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below, let me know what your favourite Batman games are. I'm pretty sure I can guess a couple of them. And of course, do be sure to keep it locked if you guys enjoy the content. So let's kick things off with an unconventional mention, the LEGO Batman series. The LEGO games, of course, by Traveller's Tales have always been pretty decent. Nothing crazy going on, but they are your sort of good old-fashioned co-op platform of fun. And what's great about the Batman games is that they draw on the funny sort of Batman LEGO movie, making these a great addition to your collection. Interesting thing about LEGO Batman is that it's actually notable for being the first Traveller's Tales LEGO game that actually has an original plot. Unlike the previous ones that are typically based more so on the concept of a media franchise, this one has its own original spin. The game itself features Batman and Robin fighting crime and villainy in Gotham City, and of course most of Batman's dangerous foes have all escaped from Arkham Asylum and divided themselves into 3 groups of 5, each led by well-known villains, so you'll encounter people like Riddler, Penguin, Joker, and more. The game has 2 different campaigns, a hero storyline where Batman and Robin fight the villains one by one, and it also has a villain storyline where the player can assume the role of the villains as they attempt to carry out their plan while avoiding the GCPD, which is actually pretty cool. So if you like that sort of a Batman twist on the fun sort of co-op platformer, then this is actually pretty solid. Of course, if you want the more narrative spin, we have the Batman Telltale games. If you like narrative-driven experiences, then basically look no further than this. It does actually do a really good job of making you feel like you're in a comic book with great action sequences, branching dialogue, and respect to the Batman mythos, which is awesome. These are all episodic point-and-click games, so they're great if you've got limited time or you want something a little bit less physically demanding, more so like an interactive story. In this one, the player takes on the role of Batman, both as the superhero and his alter ego Bruce Wayne. The game actually allows you to split your playtime relatively evenly between both. Of course, as you'd expect from these types of games, there are plenty of player choices that of course do impact the way the game plays out, so again, if you want a more narrative spin, then this is for you. However, it is of course worth noting that the main reason you will typically be playing Batman games are probably for the Arkham series. This series should need no introduction. It of course set the precedent for now how the sort of licensed superhero games should be created, with lots of things or lots of games kind of building on the Arkham series template. And of course we can see the waves that Rocksteady created with this. To this day, even games like Spider-Man and Miles Morales also definitely took some learnings from that. The series initially takes place in Arkham, where of course the Joker hatches a plot which has devastating effects which unfold over the next few games, coupled of course with the iconic stealth segments and a visceral combo-based fighting system which feels super satisfying. It is basically an essential series, not just as a Batman fan, but also just in terms of like open world gameplay, action adventure stuff. It is a really solid series. It's also Soxy Bear, who's editing this video, told me to say that Arkham City is totally the best game because it's also the one that he worked on. So fun additional fact for that one. Of course, let us know in the comments down below which in the Arkham series you guys enjoyed most. Now, they are of course the main ones. The list may not be as broad or branching as other ones. However, I do want to throw in a few honorable mentions. Of course, the Injustice series. If you like fighting games, Mortal Kombat, and a sort of alternative what-if style universe, then look no further than Injustice 1 and 2. They of course have great campaigns with some really awesome story moments. And then of course we also have Gotham City Imposters. It is a ridiculously arcadey FPS game set in Gotham City where teams of Batman and Joker copycats duke it out with guns. It's kind of stupid, but it's also a lot of fun, so if you want something a little less serious, there is of course that. But there you have it, quick rundown on some of the best Batman games in light of the fact that the movies are coming out. Let me know in the comments down below if there are any that maybe we didn't mention that you think belong in this list, and of course keep it locked for plenty more.